Welcome. Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another episode of the Michelle Mayer podcast. Super excited about coming forward with another thought provoking podcast for you all to ponder today. I hope I'm greeting you all in all of the love and abundance and positivity and prosperity that you can handle. As usual, if you find any of my content relevant, if you find it thought provoking, if you find it necessary, please subscribe, please like, and please share if you can. Please support this channel. This is a grassroots effort that I'm coming forward with on my own. This is my due diligence. This is literally my will pushing this thing forward. If only you knew. If only you knew. This is all me. This is all my will. And it is just me, my ancestors, and God doing this. That's it. Have no help from anyone else. And I'm open to partnerships. I'm open to um, getting assistance from others. I'm one of those people that I do not look for assistance. I'm a doer. I get my thing done on my own. But I'm learning by way of action and activity and experiences that partnering with people at times can be very beneficial. I don't know everything and I can't do everything. So I have a vision and it's a strong vision. It's a bankable vision. All of my visions are bankable. And I just act. God puts the spirit in my heart and I go out into the world and I make it happen. Um, and for doing so, they all come together and anyone that is in my path, anyone that is good to me, God blesses. I don't bless them. God blesses them. All I have to do is my part. So, in partnering with me in this endeavor, in assisting me in expanding the reach of this platform, of my presence, in turn, you will catch a blessing. Nothing but good can come from it. It is one of the best. I guarantee you, supporting me is one of the best decisions you'll make in your life. And I don't mean that in a haughty and an arrogant in a narcissistic way. There's nothing arrogant or narcissistic about me. Everything about me is matter of fact. And that's just the truth. So if you have the means to, because there are people out there that have the means to support others. I have been one of those people at certain times in my life, so I understand that dynamic. I'm focusing my attention on those people that have the resources available and that look and that hunt for people that are viable candidates to receive their blessings, uh, and having them multiplied in the earth. I'm one of those people, and I love to have a conversation with you, and I love for you to be able to support this channel in any way you can. If so, please check out my YouTube page. In my information area of my YouTube page, you will find the GoFundMe link. That is just a number that I came up with. We are taking any donations we can. I am taking any donations I can, and you'll find my PayPal link where you can avidly donate to me there as well. All right, y'all. Got that out the way. That was 3 minutes. Always 3 minutes for me. But nonetheless, this is my third podcast today, y'all. Threes are big for me. I'm big on numerics, and threes are big for me. Um, I just have been in my life. So this is my third podcast, and I was pondering today, what do I want to speak to today? I don't know what I want to name it, but I'm just going to go with the two roads, negative or positive. That's the meditation today. If you are listening to me and you're driving, just go on and put the phone down and put me on the audio and let me convey this message to you while you drive. If you're at home and you're cleaning up or you're doing stuff with the kids, go on and put your earphones in and just listen to me. Um, in life, friend, we all know that life is filled with highs and lows, and the longer you live, the more you will notice this. Nothing in life is consistent outside of your relationship with the God that is within you. Nothing. There's highs and lows in every single thing in this life outside of your relationship with the God that is within you. And a lot of times in life, you can get in situations where either you're so confused or you're so distraught or there's so much chaos going on that it's just hard to stay stable emotionally. It's hard to get to a place where you are consistent in your outlook of life, you're consistent in the endless possibilities presenting themselves in a positive way within your life. And you need something or someone to just nudge you forward. Something or someone to give you hope. You know, even if it's a false hope, even if it's a lie, you can take that. And that leads me to this conversation of these two roads, the road of negativity and the road of positivity. The information that we receive from one another, we have to really trust the source that is conveying it. And then even then, how do you really trust the source without really knowing someone? And even many of us that have lived long enough know that knowing someone isn't always enough. Do you really truly always know someone? Do you really truly fully know someone in and out, dependent upon circumstances in life? You know, you can know someone from your childhood all the way through your teens, all the way to your 30s, 40s, and 50s. And yet, you still don't know that person as you know yourself. Certain situations can come upon that person to contaminate that person's judgment, allowing for that person to act erratically, out of character, and as someone that you just don't know. And the end result of that is that the relationship itself is tarnished. You don't really know who that person is altogether as much as you thought you did. And if you don't have enough bankable experiences along the way with that person, if you haven't gone through enough ins and outs along the way with that person, it might not be something that you can recover from. You might have to put that friendship or relationship on the back burner and say, okay, I need to leave this alone for now because I'm not really feeling how I'm not really feeling confident as to how I saw he or she move in that situation. I never would have thought. Yet that person never probably would have thought either. That person, looking at it objectively, a lot of times we want to condemn one another, but looking at it objectively, that other person may just be as surprised as you as to their behavior as well. Predicaments at the most inopportune times in life create attributes to be displayed in oneself that one never probably would have thought that they would have ever displayed. And more than likely would not have displayed had they not been presented at those particular times. Yet life must go on. Life has to go on, and you move forward with all of the baggage of all these things, and you look to get back to that happy place. You look to get back to the place of power and of optimism, but you're holding on to all this stuff. And this is where these two paths come into play. That's just one scenario of it, friend. I mean, and I'm not pulling from any personal relationship. That's just where spirit was leading me to speak to. But that's just one example of how you can get to a place where you're facing the two paths of either negatives or positives in regards to your outlook on life. And sometimes, friend, in life, you can get so isolated from people. You can be so, done with people. I myself have been so done with people. I would rather sit by myself. Even though I'm a loner anyway, by nature I'm a loner. I don't mind sitting by myself. It's okay with me. I feel very comfortable. But at times it can be a bit unhealthy because I isolate so much that I lose that social dynamic. And because of that, I can come off a certain way that I don't even realize, or I can limit my interactions with people so much that it limits my perspective on things. Because all I have to pull from are my responses and my thoughts. And I don't have anyone, I don't have that social dynamic to cross reference what I'm organically uh, pulling from to fine tune. You know what I mean? I don't have that dynamic to say, okay, well, Michelle, you were right about this, but I disagree with you on that. And then I can say, well, that kind of makes sense. You might have a point there. I don't have that. It's just me. And because of these things and many other things, the road gets tough sometimes. Don't let those things be prevalent. Isolation, mistrusting people, um, instability in whatever regard, whether you're just now becoming divorced and now you're single and you haven't been single in 30 years, or your spouse of 20, 30, 40 years has transitioned and now you're living your life by yourself and you don't know how to even move forward. And you're looking for something to help you stay productive in life, right? Not busy. Because if you're anything like me, I'd rather be productive than busy. I don't really care about being busy because being busy is just something we do really to make us look good to other people. It has no benefit. But being productive at something is really what I'm looking to do. Because I can be busy on my sofa reading my Bible. Honestly, I could be busy on my sofa reading my Apocrypha. I could be busy on my sofa looking up things that interest me on social media. I don't have to be running around town burning gas or burning energy and interacting with all these types of people because that's not my thing. That's not what I get off on. Whereas someone else might need to do that because sitting up reading or sitting up researching things is not their thing. And there's no right or wrong in it. It's just about what you like. But in regards to staying motivated to keep rising and falling in the evening, rising in the morning and laying down at night, to stay motivated in between that and getting things done and staying optimistic in life, you need some sort of hope. You need something to look forward to. And a lot of times in life, you can go through enough things where your hope is lost. You will get lost in despair. You'll get lost in depression. You'll shut people out because they are exhibiting behavior that is completely distrustful or outside of what you would have ever imagined them to display. And don't let these things happen time and time again. You will isolate yourself. And it will be even that much difficult for you to move forward triumphantly, firing off on all cylinders with a positive outlook. And then we are again at these two roads of negative and positive. In order for spirit to move, spirit needs a vessel. Spirit cannot move in this world without a vessel. It cannot move without a person. It can move within a place, but usually within a place it needs a thing or a person to move with. All the things that you ponder and that you're concerned about, that you find concerning, whether, you might be in a space of depression or despair. And you may be pondering, wrestling with this for extended amounts of time. Spirit will send something to help you, friend. If you live long enough, you'll notice there's always something that comes to assist you or try to. And it depends on your level of maturity. It depends on really how you see yourself and who you're listening to. That can either help you come up out of that or drag you further down into it. Spirit really doesn't care of the vessel either. It's not particular about the integrity of the vessel when it comes to sending you something to motivate you. It doesn't care about the reputation of the vessel. It doesn't care about any of that. It will just continuously send you something in various ways to get your attention, to either give you more of what you're in or give you something to lift you out of it. This is where the roads of negatives and positives comes in. Because sometimes a vessel can come and it can look completely contradictory to what you would have imagined it to be. Yet the message of it, whether it's, a meme that you saw on social media, a page that you follow and they send out positive memes every day, and you're like, wow, okay, I like to watch this page because it gives me a good feeling. It helps me feel better. I get something positive from this. I'm going to follow them so that their information defaults to my page every day. I don't have to go looking for it. I trust that their information will be uplifting. And it's not that you're looking at that page thinking that those people are creating those memes just for you. That would be ridiculous. Yet you still look to receive those memes because of the positive impact that you get from it. Even if you tell yourself that that page, whoever it is that owns it, knows you and is, maybe saw a comment that you made in support of them, and you saw that they liked it back and they paid attention to your comment, and now every time you go on there, it's even more commentary surrounding that same type of vibe of the comment that you liked weeks or months ago. And now you're thinking, well, maybe they're creating more just for me. Whether they are or aren't, friend, it doesn't matter. It's about what you're getting from it that matters. Nobody cares if those that are creating the verbiage, whether it's in content form, typed out, or spoken, or whatever it may be, the verbiage in general, those that create it, it doesn't matter if they are creating it just for you. It doesn't matter if they got a robot creating it through AI. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is what you take from it. Period. And anything outside of that, anything that comes to make you feel that you shouldn't trust that, is the thing that you probably shouldn't pay attention to. Because if you're being fed from that positively and it's helping you lift yourself up, think more creatively, visualize beyond your current state of affairs in ways that you were not able to do weeks ago, yesterday, months ago, any of that, then it is benefiting you and you should keep it. Because if you continue to allow that to foster and to fester within you, there is no way that you will not improve. That is just the way this life is set up. It's a win-win, and it doesn't matter if it's a lie. It doesn't matter if it's a fraud. It doesn't matter if it's created by a machine or if it's created by a person. It does not matter. The only thing that matters is what you take from it and what you allow it to do within yourself to help you. The same way with the negative information. You can take the negative, doubtful information, all the people that cast shadows on things to make them less appealing, to lessen your focus on the positives. All the information that you come across that binds you up in a state of confusion and demotivation, you can focus all of your attention on that. And the best you'll get is that. You'll stay in that perpetual cycle of despair, depression, and doubt. I did a video today. I was cleaning out my office because I have a lot of material. I make my products from scratch, and because I do so, I have a lot of material that I work with, and I have a very small space to work in. So it can become very cluttered. And because I have a very busy life and my life is at times extremely chaotic, it takes everything for me to stay organized. Because I can allow my mind to get so overpowered with all of these thoughts of what if, and then all the thoughts of what I got to do, and all the thoughts of what I haven't done, and all the thoughts of how am I going to do this, all this stuff, till I'm not even motivated to move. I just want to sit on my sofa and think, because it's the best I can do. And because I want to sit there and think, I just become complacent. And then I'll get up and I'll try to do something positive and productive in my office. And before I know it, a week has passed and my office is jumbled with stuff. Just like my mind. Jumbled with stuff. And I did the video today to show me straightening out the boxes in my office because I got some shipments from some stuff and some bottles and stuff. And the boxes are always real big and cumbersome because they don't want you to damage the items inside. So they're always oversized and they take up so much space. And I thought, isn't this just like my mind? Isn't this just like my mind? When we get overwhelmed with thinking, when we get overwhelmed with things that we don't understand and we just let them, we don't sort them out, we don't discard them, we just keep them because we haven't come to a solution or a conclusion or a positive outlook on them. So our mind becomes overrun with all kinds of things, and my office is beginning to look like that. And I said, let me get up and clean up this, let me just get these boxes organized. And I decided to do the video on negatives and positives because sometimes in life you need to pull from something greater, not even greater, something outside of yourself to give you the momentum to move forward. That is the whole reasoning for my page. It's to give you a biblical perspective, a spiritual perspective that can help you navigate some of these things in life that I have found tremendously difficult to navigate through, that have stopped me in my tracks. And I'm a big girl. I'm telling you, I'm not like the toughest girl in the world. No, I'm not talking about that. But I am a big girl in the sense that I'm able to face some stuff. And having faced some things and gone through them and come out the other side, it takes a toll on you. And you do need other resources to feed you sometimes. Instead of you feeding everybody else, who is feeding you? But when we need to be fed, do we dissect and micromanage what we're being fed? In the forms of something that inspires you? Surely you want to dissect and micromanage what you interpret spiritually. It is necessary. But just a positive word from a stranger, a positive word from somebody on TV that's given an acceptance speech for an award that you can resonate with, that inspires you, and you say, wow, that made me feel good. I feel like I can do it too. I've always felt like I could do it, but that just reminded me that I can. We don't need to micromanage the positive words, friend. There's no need to micromanage the positive words. What we need to do with the positive words is accept them, not as flattery, but as words, terms of endearment, words that can allow us to build the fire back up that is already within us, that hasn't gone out, but it's just gotten a little low. To turn the coals and to grow the fire back up, to give us a second wind. Yet the enemy knows this. And the enemy will send vessels of not distraction, of despair upon you. The enemy will send vessels of doubt. Anything the enemy can get his hands on to make you not truly embrace the motivation you got from that word of encouragement that you heard. Because the enemy knows with that little bit of word of encouragement you just got, you can climb a mountain. Because that little bitty word of encouragement allows you to turn the coals that are in your soul, in your inner soul, to brighten the flame, to strengthen the flame that is within you. And it is this flame that is within you that allows you the ability to overcome what many could never overcome. This was the reason why I did the video today. This is it. With anything, there is always a shadow of it that presents itself. Whether you get a positive word, I know many of you have had this happen. You get a positive word and then boom, you get a bill in the mail for $50,000 or something. You know, you're like, well, what the heck? And you can focus on that $50,000 bill, or you can focus on that positive word, because they're both in front of you. If you choose to, it's not the fact of denying them that makes you overcome them. It's the fact of, which one do I give most of my attention to? Which one do I let feed me? Okay, great. I know I owe these people that amount of money now. I need to call and see what this is about. But right now, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not going to let that negative energy down my happy, uplifting vibe. I'm going to stand in the attention and the love and the positivity of this positive word that I was just in. I'm going to get back over here. Because with this positive word, I can defeat all that comes against me with this negative word. And that's what I need. That negative word will defeat that positive word if I allow it. But which one do I want the most? Do I want that positive word, or do I want that negative word? Do I want that positive outcome, or do I want that negative outcome? That's where we're at. This was my podcast for today, y'all. Just wanted to come on. These are just thoughts that I have. Looking forward to coming forward with more thought-provoking and relevant content for you all in the weeks and days to come. And I'm looking forward to entertaining guests on my site that have thought-provoking content and that have opinions that are thought-provoking and relevant, and we can maybe share similar interests or opposite interests. You're loved more than you'll ever know, and never stop telling you. Be good to yourselves and be good to each other. Peace and love.